Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic changes in the history of Eternum last night as the Covenant hero worshippers of the Outcasts reclaimed the bamboo forest preserves of Ebonscale Reach. KOTT News were late to the scene, but a note on the door of City Hall read simply, Panda is bis. Returning to our coverage of the turbulent conflict earlier this week in Cutlass Keys, KOTT News crews were granted an audience with the current rulers to discuss their outlook on future plans for the region.
We're just a company trying to make a good community here on the server. We're our core group originally started the game. Started on the island 2 years ago, right when everyone was getting in. But we took a break, and now we're back. We just want to improve the community, make sure everyone's having a good time, enjoying themselves, and whole fun. Yeah.
So, what do you think about your chances against HBM tonight?
We're just gonna have fun. I don't think we're gonna be doing too much in the way of war readiness, but we'll be around. We're gonna be ramping up in the future, and maybe next time around we'll be more ready to defend the claims that we take.
Well, okay. We got some new laws of armed conflict coming up, and you've clearly been building up a small group of members here. Are you going to be continuing to grow as the new expansion comes into play?
Yeah, we hope to. I mean, we're not super worried about getting top of the leaderboard people in. We want to make an inclusive place for everyone, so people can learn, and we can get more variety at the top of the food chain, so to speak. You know, so hopefully the new changes mix things up a bit, and we can go from there.
Looking at the weather for tonight, and it's going to be another one of those days when the sun makes its appearance and fills the citizens with hope. And to be fair, hope might just get us through the night this evening, with only a 20% chance of corruption invasion projected to impact a region near you. 3 submissions for simulated fantasy combat resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. Up first, the Marauders of HBM assail the syndicate members of Amethyst Alchemists for control of the island's secondary oil reserves of Cutlass Keys. When all the dust settled in the south, it was the Marauders of HBM who ended up with enough influence and control of the fort to declare a war on the new rulers of the Keys. Amethyst Alchemists, looking forward to the opportunity to defend themselves, will introduce as many members of their company to this aspect of island life as possible, hopefully concluding with another victory. Then, the Covenant hero worshippers of the Outcasts attack the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for Crown and Kingdom of the Western Monarch's Bluff. Riding the momentum of their victory in the bamboo forest preserves, the zealots of the Outcasts turn south and wade across the surf into the Western Bluff, turning their attention on the kitchen staff of JDB. The syndicate members of JDB, preparing themselves to repel 2 offenses tonight, will send their best generals to the front lines of the bluff to make sure there isn't another fort phase happening tonight. Meanwhile, the Marauders of Debauchery Tea Party assault the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen for control of the arid desert region of Brimstone Sands. The debaucherous newcomers of the Tea Party will take their chances against the second half of the JDB roster, hoping to get a foot in the door of the Keep in the Desert. But if the forces of JDB don't get the kind of offense they expect to see when being double declared, they will barely fall back on 2 objectives and force the conflict into a single respawn trickle. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.